What's up YouTube, Erbwars here, back with another video. Now this video is going to be different than anybody else's video, I guarantee you. And we're going to be talking about my favorite game of 2023. There are so many juggernauts. This is probably one of the best years in gaming history that I could even think of. One of, if not the best year in gaming history. And that being said, as hardcore of a gamer and as much as I love video games, personally, in my personal life, it was the worst year I've ever had. So let's go into what's going on here. And if there's ever a video that I hope and wish that you would watch fully through, it would be this one. I know I ramble a lot, but I promise you this one's important to me. Now, out of all the juggernauts that released this year, you guys know them all. I don't need to name them all. I don't need to name the, VR games that came out for the MetaQuest 3 or the PSVR 2 or whatever. My game of the year, probably not surprisingly, was Tears of the Kingdom. But what might surprise you is the reason. Yes, I'm a hardcore Zelda fan. It's probably one of my favorite franchises ever in gaming history. However, I need to talk to you guys and come clean with something that I've been hiding since May. Not necessarily hiding, I just wasn't ready to talk about, but I feel like it's time for me to talk about it. If not for, I like to be 100% transparent on this channel, and longtime viewers, if I still have any, I mean, I started this channel in 2009, and there's always been like a backbone to this channel. There's always been somebody that's always like pushing me to do this, always supporting the channel, always giving me ideas. Honestly, always just excited for me to make a video. There's been many a times he was like, Mark, even if I am the only one that watches it, please upload something, blah, 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 blah. And that person was my brother, Mike. Mike, it was 7 years older than me, and he has been my brother, obviously my whole life, my best friend, and he was kind of a father figure to me. My dad died when I was younger. So, yeah, Mike has just been an absolute everything to me. And timeline, I want to take you guys to when Zelda came out. Tears of the Kingdom came out May 12th in 2023. Obviously, this is the year we're talking about. My birthday is May 13th. So obviously, my wife, for my birthday, got me a couple games, but one of them was Tears of the Kingdom. She pre-ordered it. We got it that Friday, whatever. However, on May 9th, 2023, I was at work. It was around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I got the phone call that you never want to get in your life, and that phone call was that my brother Michael passed away. And obviously, unexpectedly, he was only 42 years old. Again, I don't want to make this video for sympathy or anything. I'm just trying to be transparent with you guys, and I'm trying to explain how this game helped me through the toughest time in my life. I don't want to get into details because it's private matter, and mainly like I worry about his kids, which is why I really didn't want to make this video, because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm looking for sympathy, or that I just don't want to expose a lot about the private part of this. But Mike has been part of this channel in the back since the beginning, since 2009, and he was a very important person to me, obviously. I tried to make a video about this in the summer. I just wasn't there, and I wasn't able to physically talk about it. I'm still having a hard time now, but I feel like it's time that I explain to you why Tears of the Kingdom was so important to me. So timeline, May 9th, get this terrible news. I'm in shock, obviously, as you guys can imagine. It was a very, very, very difficult time. Not just for me selfishly. I don't want you guys to think that, obviously it's horrible for me, but my brother has two children, and they're young teenage kids. So imagine the horrible pain and suffering that they were dealing with, and having to be there to explain. It was a horrible time, obviously, and it still hurts to this day. Obviously, I mean, it's still fresh in the kids, and it was just a tough time. And I know that May 9th, May 10th, They were kind of a blur. May 11th, like I can't in my head picture what was happening then. I just know May 12th, this game came out, and obviously, I was not in a good place, and my wife is an absolute rock star. I remember the 12th when the game came out. She said, "I want you to have this, obviously early," and she wanted me. She was trying to distract me, and I remember getting it. And you got to understand the hype for this game before it came out. Like, I was so hyped for Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom because I loved Breath of the Wild. My hype level for this was so high. In fact, my cousin Brian and I were pretty deep into Dead Island 2. Is it Dead Island 2? Yeah, I think that's Dead Island 2. And I straight up said to him, I'm like, dude, once Tears of the Kingdom comes out, I don't plan on playing anything else for a long time. And yeah, my hype level was huge. But I just remember that all changed, obviously, on May 9th. And I got the game May 12th, and I put it in my Switch, and I was like, well, let me install it. And I was like, well, maybe I'll play a little bit on the couch when, you're still going through all the motions. If anybody's, I mean, everybody has dealt with something like this. You have to deal with the arrangements and all that. And I remember playing it on May 12th. I was trying to get into it, but my head, obviously, I wasn't there. And then I was playing it, and I was enjoying it. And then the next morning was May 13th, which was my birthday. And I woke up in the morning, and God bless my wife. I love her so much. She was doing her absolute best, but it was a terrible situation. I didn't want to celebrate, obviously, my birthday. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to go in my game room, and that's how I deal with things a lot. I'm one of those people that like to be alone and think. And I remember I was playing. I just got off the island, the first starter island, and I started doing shrines. And I kind of got like this like addiction. Like, I was like, okay, well, there's a shrine here, and I started exploring the map, and I was like, the enemies at the beginning are very tough because you only have 3 hearts and whatnot. But I was able to start getting shrines to build up stamina, to build up hearts, and all that. And I remember, I'll never forget it, obviously, but I was in the middle of a game session, and then my wife opened the game room door, and in walked my 2 sons, my nephews from my sister's kids, and my niece and nephew, my brother's kids, with my mom, and they had a cake. And I know this sounds stupid or whatever, like, I did not want to celebrate, but having everybody there made me realize how important family is, and it really is. Family's everything. And I've always known that, but it was just a moment, and that moment was shared as I was playing Tears of the Kingdom. Now, that moment means the world to me. That was better than any gift I could ever get from anybody ever. And that really helped me through that. Now, through May and through all the summer, I've played multiple games, obviously. But this game, through 2023, in fact, till this day, I'm still playing this game with over 160 hours into this game. I've done all the shrines. I've done all the bosses. I'm working on the underground, the light roots. I'm trying to get all of them. There's badges I still have to get, but it's the type of game that you put in and you want to go do something, but you get distracted because the world is so huge. The world is so big, and there's so much to do. Like, I started to try to want to do light routes, but then I'm like, oh, I want to go do all the signs. I want to go get monster badges. I want to start getting better weapons. And this game, in 2023, now I played multiple games. I played Final Fantasy 16, Diablo 4. I played a bunch of games. And Diablo 4 I lost a lot of time into as well because it was an amazing game with my cousin. But this game single-handedly saved me for 2023. And I probably would have selected this game as my favorite game of the year anyway. But what this game did for me and how it helped me deal with one of the worst situations I've ever had to deal with, this game will go down as my favorite game of 2023. I apologize for the rambling, but I feel like this video has been long due, and I feel like I'm happy to finally be honest with you guys, and I appreciate every one of you. And don't forget, life is short. You never know when the end is. And just try to be kind to people. Try to be kind to everyone, and make sure you tell everybody you love them, because you really don't know. I mean, you just don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Erbwars out.